Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. How's everybody this week? If you can't hear me, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get set up so that I can I can read your text because I can't see them on the phone. No, I can't. No, I can't. Hopefully everybody is having an awesome day. While I'm getting set up, before I go and say my hellos, I am going to share with you guys some mind-boggling stuff. I'm not innocent, I'm not innocent because I got kids. I got two kids, and I've been out there and I've been young and I've had fun. Yes, I have. Um, Kat said, yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Um, so a few years ago, a friend of mine, mother, yes, the mother, she's in this book club, and she says to me that she is in love with some guy. Oh, Olivia, how you doing? She's in love with some guy named Christian, and that she was head over heels in love with this guy named Christian. And I'm like, okay, well, I have definitely got to, I gotta I gotta check this out. I gotta figure out what's so great about this Christian. A lot of people at the same time, there's my Lizzie. A lot of people at the same time, they were doing the same thing. They were checking out this Christian, everybody was getting in on the Christian love. On the Christian love. Well, y'all can't see nothing but some eyeballs. I'm sorry. Is that better? Anyway, let me go back and say hello to everybody. And Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Linda. How are you tonight? Uh, where, oh, where have you gone to? You? Where have all the children gone? Long time passing. You guys remember that song? Please tell me you guys remember that song. I'm not like out here in this stratosphere, in this universe, all by my lonesome. So I used to love that song. We would sing it in school. And I'd be like, oh. Well, anyway, that's what that reminds me of, Linda. Ah, the lounge chair crafter. Hello. How are you this evening? I hope you're doing okay. Olivia, I haven't seen you, except on Fridays, in such a long time. How have you been? What are you working on? And my Lizzie's here. Hi, Lizzie. Lizzie, you went live earlier. You didn't say anything to me. I'm confused. Oh, what's going on? Just so you guys know, coming up in February, me and Lizzie are going to be doing the third annual, three, Love is in the Air. Make sure that you guys get to Treasure Studio Arts right down in here. The link's down in here. You can shop my link. You can enter code TIA15, or you can head over to Lizzie World of Gems and you can use her link in her code. But the significance of it is we are going to be doing paintings that represent something we love. So we're going to leave that up to you for you to choose. What do you love? You want a pair of shoes? You like a pair of shoes? You love looking up in the sky, the birds flying away, something with butterflies. Yes, you guys know I love my butterflies. I have them in because I've been feeling good. Why? Because my nephew was born and he's so cute, you guys. He's so cute. He's one just kiss him. Anyway, my heart is going out to my honey bunny right now. Hopefully she's, getting all the rest and stuff that she needs. But he is adorable. He's so adorable. And let's see, moving over from there. Also, Last year, we did a Halloween collab. There was a lot of us Treasure Studio Arts affiliates. Coming up in October, what I am going to be doing is weekly giveaways. So you guys make sure you stay tuned. And something that I said, maybe tonight, maybe last week, maybe the week before, maybe a nugget. Remember when I used to give you guys show nuggets? Yeah, I call them show nuggets. Anyway, you watch a show, you get a little nugget, and then I have a contest. And you got to pull one of those nuggets and use that answer to be qualified for the contest. Making it a lot of fun, having some great time. But it's all craft related. Now, we're not going to just be sticking this time with diamond painting because there's so many other accessory items and crafts that people are exploring right now. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Get on over there. Make sure you guys look. Some of the things that I'm really big on is how many artists do they have? Giving you some clues. Not only how many artists, how many accessory items? What different types of crafts can you do besides diamond painting? So make sure you familiarize yourself with that. Down in the bottom, I have a link. Click on it. Go over there. Have a little bit of fun. So back to yes, I'm reading on the iPad. Okay. So that's it. Where have all the flowers? Oh, Kat, I'm so thankful that you're here in this world with me and not by myself. Some people looking at me like, what the hell is she talking about? What is wrong with her? But since you know the song also, then I'm not crazy. Well, maybe I'm just a little bit crazy. uh, Olivia says she's working on a Cinderella diamond painting. Woo! There's Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Hi, Fanta. What is up with you? How are you doing? Huh? How are you doing? Let's see. Blessings to be sure. Exactly. So it's late. Anyway, back to my story. So she's telling me about how she's in love with this gentleman and his name is Christian. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I want to be in love with a Christian. You sound like you're so excited. Like Christian is just everything. So I want to be in love with a Christian too. And she says, okay, well, I'm going to give you these books for you to read. And I'm like, okay, you love them, And I'm like, okay. So I'm pretty sure everybody that knows me probably knows what's coming next. I read the books. Just nothing like anything I've ever read before. Keep in mind, like my favorite book is, well, I think it's gonna be a cross between. I probably am leaning a little bit more towards Pride and Prejudice at this point, but I did used to enjoy a lot of Greek mythology. Lots of Greek mythology. And I didn't understand anything. I used to have to get like Latin books and look all the words up and stuff. But I thought that was fun. I thought it was fun figuring stuff out. So, hi, Angie. How are you this evening? So, clearly, I'm going from Greek mythology, the Odyssey, Pride and Prejudice, to these Christian books. And not Christian with the H, guys. not in the religion sense. So I'm reading the books. Ooh, I was like, oh, what do you have me reading? This is all. Oh my gosh, nothing left to the imagination anymore. Back in my day, it would be like, and then wait, let me give you a demonstration. And then he looked at me and our eyes connected and he leaned in. And for that brief moment, I could feel his breath escape as our lips connected. And then that would be all you got. It would be like the end of the chapter or something. Tima! Oh my goodness! My goodness, is here. That would be all you got. And that was good. That was good. I was like, oh, and your imagination is all over the place. You're like, oh, I wonder what happened. Oh, oh. And then, like, the next chapter, they may try and keep it going. That's when the door opened and somebody stormed in. You're like, what? They didn't look at Lizzie. She talking about it's boring. I know Lizzie. I know she think it's boring. But that's what I'm getting at. That was like excitement and things like that. So my friend's mother, she was 70 when she gave me these. Yes, she was. And she's older than that now. Um, she's all in love and things. So I'm like, okay, well, she's reading it. I could read it. I was in shock. I'm still in shock. But I did make it through. It was bad. It was definitely, a lot to wrap my mind around because, I was like, okay, once I get through this, I don't think I can sit through. I felt like I was in the room or in a relationship. Like that's a little too close up for me. So I don't want to be that close. I'm nosy, but I'm not that nosy. Okay. So, um, you grow to like the characters and things of that nature, and after understand, a little bit more about the characters and stuff like that, you can grow an affection and things like that. So we span to the holiday weekend, this past weekend. I've read the books, they were mind boggling, learned some things that I perhaps will never use. So I'm just saying. And I decide I never wanted to. I never had the desire to. But something occurred. I don't know. Somebody was talking about it, and I was like, I should give it a try. Should. So I watched the movies. How many people watched a 50 Shades of Grey movie? And this is important. And read the books. How many? Uh oh. Love that song. Can I believe I remember the words? There you go. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Why do I know that? Like, why do we all know that? I don't even remember what was surrounding it, but I definitely remember. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. I went from 50 Shades of Grey to that. I mean, I'm not going to a good place. I was going to say HE double hockey sticks, but I don't want to speak it into fruition. Cause like I said, I love Greek mythology and you can speak things into fruition if you love that world. Nope, neither. Don't even know what they are about. Girl, you don't want to know. Trust me, at all. There's no reason, Tima, at all whatsoever. So, again, a friend of mine, her mom, is the one who provided the books to me. And I did read them. I was in shock. Like, this what y'all doing in book club? Like, how do what do y'all sit around and talk about? This has got to be this is off the chain type of book club. Like, y'all get up on the table. Do we start whipping off our shirts? Oh, yeah. I'm confused. Um, oh, Tima, you have to. Oh no, don't do that to my friend Lizzie. She doesn't have to read them. Um, we are talking about 50 Shades of Grey, Tima. I'm pretty sure you heard of that. The books add more filler to the storyline. The movies, I watched them. I was in shock. They, almost word for word, the scripting from like any time the character spoke in the story, that got into but as far as the thought process behind, things, and that wasn't there at all. And so I didn't like the movie at all. I didn't like it. I didn't think that the guy depicted. This is just my opinion because I know I'm gonna hurt some feelings. There were people. I remember when the first movie came out. There was people in love with the guy, and I was like, "Oh, you must not have watched the or read the book because he don't look anything like the way it was described. He wasn't buff. He wasn't extremely tall to me. This is just me. He wasn't beautiful, And the way that the guy was described, Christian, they described him as women gawking at him all the time. Women overstepping boundaries and disrespectful to her because of how attractive everyone found him. This guy wasn't that. He was, I wouldn't step over anything and, you know, he had money. And I get that money causes people to, lose their mind and things. So me and my mom, we were talking about, looks and things like that. And I hope you guys are, getting a lot of this diamond painting and these crafts done while we talking. I don't want nobody to get mad and break their pen and things like that. But me and my mom just started a conversation with us. We were talking. And one of the things that I said to her was, I'm glad that I'm older and looks aren't so important. Because I remember I had keep in mind, I used to do stand up and I tried to become famous doing my stand up. I went to nightclub after nightclub for 2 years and I was young. This I was going on 18 and I had moved to my grandfather's actually hometown, and I was staying with my grandfather's sister and husband, my great aunt and her husband, great uncle. Um, and I was trying to get on stage. And that's what you do when you're passionate about something. Just like if you wanted to sing, you would go to cities and you would audition, or you'd be outside playing your guitar and singing, "Oh, where have all the flowers gone?" So, so I'm hitting pounding the pavement. What you have to do is test out material to see what works. If they laugh, that's funny. Put it in the show. If they don't laugh, you get booed off the stage. You probably don't want to come back with that material. So I, spent a lot of time in the club watching people interact and things. Tia, I would love to see a video of your bit. Oh, so there's two Tias. There's before I became a mom, and I didn't watch my mouth and things like that. And then there's me now, and so I had to be better. I had to do better because I got little people that are following behind me, and I don't want them. I want them to be productive members of society, and things. I don't want them growing up saying, "Shit, mom, damn, what are you doing?" I didn't want that. So there are two Tias. And I feel like it's just because, you kind of grow and things. But one of the things that I used to do all the time is I would talk about like funny things that happened, from my vantage point when I was in school, you know, crazy high school relationships that friends were in and things. That's not funny to adults. We're like, they'll get it, they'll grow up. But I tell you, I didn't make it big time. I would get, booked on a couple of stages. The important part of trying to be funny and to get seen and get heard is you got to bring your own crowd. So I moved to a whole other town where, I'm living with my great uncle and my great aunt. I can't bring them with me. What I'm gonna do? Talk about them, how they put their teeth in their mouth, and how they fall out. Ooh, I bet they had some fun when my aunt Helen's teeth fall out. So I couldn't make that my whole act, and so I'm unfunny. I'm unfunny. I get a lot of time where I'm just sitting around and I'm observing what's going on in the nightclub. And one of the biggest things that I noticed was how men and women interact when it comes to their initial attraction. Just meeting you first time in the club and things. Not how they interact when they get to know each other and when they've had conversation, they spend time, you go play games, you've been on a date and things. Just that initial attraction. And what came from that, I lost friends over this, But when I when I gave up trying to do stand up and was like, you know what? I told my dad I'll give it 2 years. If I wasn't successful, because I thought I was gonna be the next big superstar. You could tell me and dad was gonna be Whitney Houston. I was gonna be Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah all wrapped up into one. I remember saying that to him. He was like, okay, we'll do it then. I'll get me a new house. And I said, and if I don't, because I didn't want him to look down on me like, So I said, and if I don't, then I'll go to college. That's all parents want to hear, right? Oh, you're gonna go to college? Oh, okay, we'll get you 2 years and stuff. So I ended up going to college, just so you guys are aware. I go to college, but I have all of this nightclub experience, right? Because I hang in nightclubs every night. I'm trying to make a little bit of change and I'm trying to get on stage so I can be famous. So one of the yeah, hi Helen. So one of the things that I noticed when I go to college is everybody can't wait, yeah, we got studies by day, but it's night life at night. And everybody is excited. Woo, we going to this club, we going to this club. You guys know on college campuses, they a little lax in their rules. They got nightclubs that you can get into at 18. You don't have to be 21. So that's fun, and it gives us something to do. Then they have, rushes, dances and things, always an outing, always something going on so that kids can, as they say, relax their mind from studying and things like that. We got to come up with something for Wilma Jean because she's always studying. Maybe, she'll be able to relax her mind. Congratulations on going to college, Tia. This, I'm not going to put how many, years ago it was, because you guys know I've been 29 for a long time. But it was a while ago, Helen. I'm just reliving something that me and my mom talked about the other day. I'm going to tie it all together, but I just want to make sure that I go over that. So we, I'm in college. Everything is great. Everything is great. But I noticed that everybody is living for Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Some people even did some things on Sunday. I couldn't do that at all whatsoever. We go out. Now, keep in mind, I'm older. Yeah, I'm able to drink because I spent some time already in real life. And a lot of the people that I'm going to school with, they're like 17, 18. They're, this is their first time away from their parents. They don't have any, structure. And so I remember saying, now listen, it was a group of us girls. We were all on the same floor. When we go out, I just want y'all to be aware of where you are at in the look spectrum, because you're going to be looking at men that may not be looking back at you. And so a friend of mine was like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, I feel like men and women, they got different look categories that they fall within. They got look categories. And when you go to a club, it's always good to know where you are. That way, you're not looking at somebody that's not looking back at you. Okay, we call it stay in your lane. But they didn't understand that, and so I rolled it out and it was like, well, what are you talking about? I said, well, men, they got 3 look categories. They do. They got fine, high, and oh hell no. Can't do it. Don't come over here. Don't give my number. If he looking at me, that type of thing. And I said, women, they got those same 3, but they got 2 additional. They got, 5 altogether. So fine, she could have an issue. Like she could have a gap or something. Then there's okay. Then there's oh hell no. But between okay and oh hell no, there could be a little bit of improvement. She's oh hell no, but I like what she got on. She got a nice car. I'm just keeping it real. I'm being honest, because everybody that first night they go out, right? And they the 2 girls looking at the same guy. He looking at someone else. And I can tell you right now, oh, thank you, Shawana. It is. Oh, I can tell you right now, they start giving each other angry eyes. Like, I was looking at him. I saw him first. Do that really help? You see somebody first. Does that help? Like, can you really call dibs? It's not like you was in line. You get to use the restroom first. Like, when you see a gentleman first, does that really help? No. What helps is if he's looking back at you when you looking over at him, right? That's what helps. So I already rolled out the look categories, and I told everybody just to be mindful. Be mindful, because there's in the club initial attraction, and then there's put some time in, get to know somebody, see past the looks. But when you first go to a club or an outing or an event, you're not seeing past that. You are going off of initial attraction. And so they go, everybody looking at each other's, calling dibs and things. And that first week, it was horrible. It was so horrible. I mean, arguing, beefs and things formed. Everybody is wanting to fight one another, having words. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe all of this is going on. Like I didn't give them the precursor, right? We talked. We talked. I gave them a precursor. So a week or two goes by, and then people start to come and they start to say, "This is don't do this, guys. This is not a good idea. Don't do it." But people start to come and say, "Okay, Tia, so you got these look categories, right? You got these look at where do you think I'm at?" Now, I done told y'all that I tried to do stand up, right? So, what do you think I'm going to do? Say, or you think I'm gonna answer? I answered. But don't ask me where I think you are in the look spectrum. And then when you get the answer, you're not happy with it, right? Okay, wow. I mean, it was silent for like 2-3 months. I had 16 friends down to 3. Um, and so the reason why this became a topic of discussion with me and my mom is because the way that this book that we were just talking about described the guy, that initial, that initial, he's attractive, that wasn't there when I watched the movie. And I remember looking like, he would have never done it for me. He's okay, He wasn't, oh, hell no, get out of here. But he was okay, And so it struck up other conversations. He got money. So he got money, takes a oh hell no, right? To a he alright, he alright. How many times? How many times have you guys been somewhere and you see a couple and you just like, how did he get her? Or vice versa, right? How did she get him? There are items, there are things. I mean, and it's also personality. When you get to know someone, look categories can go out the door. But they were all based on just that initial attraction. You go into a club, this is your first outing. I'm dressed to the nine, you dressed to the nine. And I know my lane. And I know I'm not gonna be looking at someone. I might, because I'm like that. I'm bold. I'm brazen like that. I might go up to a guy. I've told you guys this story before, where I walked up to a guy. We were in a club. I thought he was beautiful, and I told him, "Oh my gosh, you are so beautiful." And he said, he bust up laughing. I mean, bust up. He was grabbing his stomach like it wasn't that funny. Okay, it's not that funny. And he just kept laughing. He thought it was funny. And so for me, I was stepping out of my lane, right? He was oh, he fine. And I'm oh, she all right. That don't mix, right? That don't mix. That's what I'm talking about. What do you guys think when you see that? What do you guys think when you hear that? Again, this is not a take on, We got to hang out. We spent time together. We, did this. He's got a great personality. You don't know his personality when you walk in a nightclub and you looking around, you like, that's what I mean. What do you guys think? All right, you are Whoopi and Oprah all wrapped up in Tia. Oh, thank you. No reason, Tina, to know about that book or movie. That is right. Cheryl, when I tell you my eyes, I was like, what? And there's no way to fast forward, right? There's no way to fast forward. You gotta, yeah, sleep. That is what we are doing. You are sleeping. Okay, yeah, okay. um, what do you like about them, Lizzie? Uh-oh, what did you say, Lizzie? I'm being nosy. Me, me. You like the book, Lizzie? You like the movie? Crashly's here. Did you read 50 Shades of Grey, Crashly, or did you watch 50 Shades of Grey? Why is my forehead looking so I'm sorry. Um oh, that's what we're talking about. Your sister, yes, me. I watched 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Read, Darker, whatever, all of them. Um, yeah, I did. This holiday weekend. I'm in shock. That's all I can say. I'm in shock. Hey, Crash. Carissa says, I've never cared about looks. Now, if someone can make me laugh, I'll pick him every time over a dumb, boring guy that's hot. That's what we do when we get older, right? Like, that's how I started this. Like, I'm older, and looks don't. I'm not gonna say they don't matter. I don't want no. Oh hell no. Mm-mm. I don't like that guy. Because if I'm not attracted to him, but I do agree about personality. I love for someone to make me laugh. I really do. I think that is, just it can keep you going. In them bored moments, it's hard to be sitting there, just looking at somebody like, yeah, I already told you he was beautiful. Mm, okay. So, what else do you have? Is there another level? Like, we need to take this to another level because I'm done looking at you. I want somebody to stare at me. Um, of course, Crashly knows. uh, I only fell asleep for 2 seconds. Really, 2 seconds. She was doing the laundry. It was laundry. That's what we're doing. Yep, in there on the dryer, huh? Crash. I read all of them and oh, you watched the movies too. And read the flipped version from Christian's perspective. He has a perspective. What? Is it worse? Is it like when we did? Remember when we all did for the book club, Twilight, and then we did. Was it Morning Sun, Midnight Sun, Edward's version? I mean, remember when we hosted our own chapters, Crash? Oh my gosh. That was the worst, the worst. I mean, Edward was crazy. He was like, should I kill her now? Do I want to eat her? I'm going to let her live for another 5 minutes. Ooh, man, I could taste barbecue sauce right now. Can't wait to have her. He was crazy. He was crazy. Read the books and seen the movie. What, Helen? Kirby says Christian Grey should be in a mental institution. Right there, along with Edward Cullen. She said Crashly created Shades 51 through. That was a good one. You love Dakota Johnson. I thought she did. She was the only character that I felt was the most connected to the role, and I did not feel like she didn't fit. But like those moments where there were thoughts, from the book, I don't know. I felt like they just could have conveyed it. Music does a lot, and I feel like when you watch a movie, to span time, you put in a quick 2 or 3 second blip of a song, or you do a memory roll or something like that with music. That can be telling, and so it was moments, the girl from Pride and Prejudice, the Elizabeth from the Colin Farrell one, she was the mom in this one. She seemed so ditzy. I was like, this is what we doing now? You are an acclaimed actress. Her part just seemed so, limited and menial. I guess they were bringing the book to life. I'm tearing it to pieces right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah, I can't believe I watched the movie, especially after reading the book, because I had to cleanse thoughts. Woo! Had to cleanse my thoughts after reading the book, and then after that, Tia had to stop at 69 for Cressley. You're so bad, Cheryl. So I had to cleanse my thought after reading the book. Imagine what I was doing. Like I'm still trying to use as much, to clean my eyes out and things. Kerwin says Edward Cullen, the 100-plus-year-old geezer that takes advantage of a 16-year-old high school girl. That Edward Cullen, yeah, yeah, he should be right there in a mental institution. He's 117. He probably should have seen her when that's really hard. That's a good perspective to see it for Twilight. I wanted her with Jacob. A lot of people did. Remember that? That was awesome too. Jacob versus Edward versus, team, what was it? Team Cullen, team Jacob. Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome. Those were great times. Yeah, Carissa H. Oh, gets it. Yeah, I guess. Thought the book was a bit heavy. The book was heavy. It was heavy. There were some great things that they did, but all in all, the message for me behind it was I felt bad. I felt like where are we going with this, Tia? Um, but I just felt like look category wise, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the connection. I felt like, they were there to act out their lines and things like that. And I don't know, her stumbling into that room, it just wasn't attractive. And no, I fall all the time. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be trying to get up. I probably hurt myself worse because I'd be like, oh, get these shoulders up. Don't let nobody see it. Like how, as big, you see how big these shoulders are? How would anybody not see when you trip and fall in front of them? But I still think that, like, oh, hurry up, hurry up. And then for the next 2 weeks, I'm walking with a limp because I hurt myself probably a little bit more trying to hurry up. So I don't know. She fell her butt on up in there, and then she just was like, "Do I want to get up off this floor? Get up off the floor!" And she's looking around. She looked like she was 2 years old, looking around for the pencil. Why are you looking for a pencil? Ask for one. Hey, must have dropped it. Can I get the pencil that you got right there? You got like 8 of them lined up on the desk. Can I get one? So, oh my God, I cringed when he said, "I'd like to bite that lip." Yeah, I didn't feel anything when he said that because I'd have been like, come on, bite this lip and see what happened. He's, again, look, categories. That's why I went through the detail of explaining it for you because like, she didn't know who he was. Um, so, there was that awe, I guess. But I would have, it's the money, I guess. It had to be that it was the money. Because I'd have been like, what? No, you know, he needs bigger shoulders, he needs to be taller, a little, I don't know, sexier eyes. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? How many people was in love? What's his name? Jamie Dornan? Dornan, I guess. And I know I can't have that conversation with my sister Rebecca because Rebecca thinks Idris is fine. So there's absolutely no. I definitely don't see her saying, "Yeah, he was cute." Wendy, you walked in on me telling about my weekend. I did watch 50 Shades of Grey, the movies, and obviously, just by the tone, you could tell wasn't overly thrilled. Some other stuff that I did is hot here. So I had the idea. I don't know where it came from. I wanted to get out of the house. I'm here all the time. I'm either sitting in my studio or I'm in my room. It depends on, where I feel like working that day. but I'm always here in the house. So I was like, I want to get out. Forgot that there was like we in the midst of a heat wave. It's between 112 and 117. It's coming down because I think today was only going to be 112. But it's been up there. So I was like, how about I go in to California? Wanted to go into California. It's about a 3 hour drive, depending on what part of California you're going to. Wanted to go to Santa Monica, and I wanted to just kind of hang out on the pier, have some fresh seafood, watch people, stupid people, swim in the water. You do know on the Pacific Ocean, that's where sharks are. So they come in close a lot of times, and you could stand on the pier and you can look and take pictures of the shark fins and things right off the pier. So, and then, there's always people who, walk along the pier and they go into the beach water and they test to see how close will the sharks come, things like that. So I just wanted to see this. So I get on the highway. Me and my mom, we're off on our road trip, right? And it's usually about 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on the speed. Everybody's speed. It's 70 miles an hour. We're gonna do 80, 85. So we're gonna cut the trip down. Long long story short, I'm on the highway. I had been gone for almost 3 hours, and I'd already crossed into California, and I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. So I live in Vegas. And a lot of people in California and Oregon, they will come to Vegas for a holiday weekend. They'll leave out on a Thursday, they'll leave out on a Friday, and they'll come to Vegas. But guess what happens on Monday or Sunday? They are all leaving, right, to go home. My dumb ass decides to go to California with all of the people who are leaving Las Vegas. 2.5 hours into the trip, we are at, no lie, exit one. We at the first exit. We were driving 2 to 3. We was going back and forth. Then my mother said, "Oh, I think we're going 3, maybe 4 miles an hour." Mom, we're going 2 miles an hour. No, I think we're going 4. Like it matter. Like it matter. But you guys do the math. I want to see. Maybe Cheryl will have this for us. 3 miles per hour. How long does it take you to, like, if you've been in a car for an hour, how many miles have you gone? 3 miles an hour. That's that. So there we go. Book was better, in my opinion. For those who like Christian Grey, they must love Patrick Bateman. Don't do that. Now everybody's gonna run to figure out who Patrick Bateman is. I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. But I just wanted to make sure. So, I think we got all in total, instead of the 210 miles that we were going to be going. I think all together, because traffic was backed up. I think we did it. My Crystal, hi. I think we got a total altogether of 33 miles. We didn't make it to Baker. We didn't get to Yermo. We didn't get to Riverside. Riverside, California is like hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes from here. We didn't make it to Riverside. I could have went to the mall. I'm sitting there. We saw nothing but desert. We were just outside of Nevada, just outside. So, needless to say, the next time I will probably go against the grain. So if we're leaving the weekend, I can't get it, a spur. I told my mom next time we'll probably have to fly in early in the morning. It's like $39 to fly into LA. So it's not a lot. And then, Uber over. I didn't think about any of that. I felt like, going on a nice little road trip. We're going to have a nice lunch when we got there, walk around, enjoy ourselves, and maybe have dinner and come back. Nice, sis. Love you. Night, Kerwy. I know you're gonna go tuck her in. Have a good evening. Helen says, "Bye, everyone. Stay safe." I got 10 minutes. Um, Tia, how did that soak work for you from the hike? It worked amazing. So, one of the things that, and I never would have even thought about that, but because my hip bothers me a lot, I'm trying to, because a lot of people tell me to be more active, so I have been a lot more active. Night, Kerwy. I've been a lot more active, a whole lot more active, and trying to walk a little bit more. Me and Rebecca behind the scenes, we're trying to do like 1,000 steps per day. That's, a lot lower than what my goal was last year when I was doing the step challenge. So, but I'm still trying to, get back up and do. Um, some days it's hard. Some days I only want to do 600, 700 steps. That's not a lot. I'm just gonna be honest. I think it's like 100 and something to go to the restroom and back. 125 steps. So that means I haven't really done hardly any walking. When I only have six, I had like 690 one day. And I was like, dang, Tia, you didn't do hardly any walking at all. You didn't even hardly go to the restroom. So I'm doing better. I'm trying. Definitely. How many hours did I soak? Um, I've been trying to, been walking with Belle. Aw, I think it was, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. It might have been longer than that, because to be honest, I fell asleep. I fell asleep. I'm soaking. It felt great. It really did. But I fell asleep. The water was cold. And then I have a big giant garden tub, and off on the side, I have, yes, I've made my amenities work for me. And I have a little like tablet holder, so I could put show YouTube or something on and really lounge. What is the equation? 3 miles per hour um for 2 hours and what is it? Like 2 hours and 40 minutes. There we go. Hi, my love. You guys all say hi to my baby. She's here. Oh, I thought you were studying. Everybody say hi to Tiara Whitney. That is my daughter. Yeah. And she's an RA. She's mean. She mean. Mean, mean, mean. She don't play. I don't know where she got that from, because I was not that strict or by the book. You took a break? Oh. Are you diamond painting? You guys, I've been trying for at least 4 years to get her to diamond paint, right? This year, the top of the summer, she has joined me, and she does a little plucking, not a lot. She'll pluck like five, five, five. Uh, um, she says, I'm not mean. I just have boundaries for the college peeps. She's mean. Mean. Don't bring no hot plate on her floor. Don't sneak nothing in. She telling everybody. She's telling UPD. She telling the director. She telling the hall monitor. Everybody. Everybody gonna know the minute you break a rule. I told her I don't ever want to go back to college, and especially if I had to be in her door. Yes, it helped a lot, Cheryl. I felt so much better. We've been trying to hike a lot of trails, and we are about to order some walking sticks. My mother is afraid of heights. She really is afraid of heights. She doesn't like to look down. So some of the trails will go down, and it looks kind of steep, and she doesn't like that. But she doesn't mind the trails that go up. And so she was like, I need something to just poke into something. I was like, they got walking sticks, So we are going to, test out the waves and things like that. My daughter, she goes sometimes, and she's supposed to be the camera person, taking the pictures. So we go to Red Rock Canyon. The goal was to do some trail recon. We want to do trail recon so we know which trails when we come back are, our speed. So she's the camera person. She's supposed to help take pictures, right? I'm like, baby, okay, I'm going to go back to store. You're leaving now. You're going to leave because I'm telling on you. I will call before bed. Okay, baby, mommy loves you. So she's supposed to be the camera person, right? And I'm like, make sure you get this, make sure you get that. Take a picture of this so we can, really sit down. We want to map everything out. So when we go out to Red Rock Canyon, we're there for maybe 3 hours. That's a long time, right? The trail, the driving portion of it is 14 miles, and that's uphill and things like that. We can't go because I'm in a car. I don't have a truck. I don't have a 4x4. So we have to stay on like the paved portion of the trails. We can't go off-roading, or overlanding or anything. And that's some of the stuff that my mom really wants to do. She wants to see like what's behind here. Let's take this trail back here and let's, and it's kind of, flat, smooth surface. And that's why we want to get walking sticks. And we do have a drone that we are going to have coming in so we can fly over, terrain and things and see how, what's back there. We don't want to run into no bear. Don't want to run into no mountain lion. So my daughter is supposed to take these pictures. And I'm like, good, good, good. We've been out here almost 3 hours. It's time to look at the, that's why she's laughing. She's guilty. It's time to look at everything, piece stuff together, right? I swear, I don't know what she was doing or what she was thinking. Every picture, selfie. Every picture, selfie. No, she's like, hey, boom, everything. She taking club, them club pictures where the guys be all down low. She's taking club pictures, selfie. She her own starring, actress and model. And I'm like, Tiara, what are you doing? I can't use any of this. I mean, that's why she said, okay, gotta go. Because and we went last week, we went without her. So, and I had time to kind of overdo it a little. I still got the mountains. They were in the back. Were they, Tiara? They were blurred because everything was zoned in on her. Like she had some cute pictures. She had one where it was like a video as we were driving through, and she got like her hair flowing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. A person can walk 3 miles per hour, so that would be 7.4 approximately. I told my mom we saw two people. We saw two people, Cheryl, that were walking on the side of the highway. And my mom was like, where do you think they going? I was like, they going to California too. She was like, walking? I was like, if that's the only way they got to get there, I told her it'll take about 6 or 7 hours. But I bet you that's what they doing. And look at you. See? I knew Cheryl could crack the case. Yes, baby, you still got the mountains in the background. They were blurred as we were driving by. Thank you for all the hard work you put in helping us do some trail recon. We, we have nothing that we can use, but your portfolio looks beautiful. Oh, so, oh, so that's pretty much what my holiday weekend was like. Hopefully everybody had an opportunity to maybe get out and do something and have a little fun this weekend. And the important part about that is we are coming up in the fall, and for a large part of the world, the weather is going to be changing. For us, we're hoping to get some of the comfortable weather that that you guys are leaving. So we're not there yet, though. But I do hear that it's going to get down to like 105, between 95 and 105. That is what they're calling for, and I can't wait. So Sunday is, going to be one of our coolest days, probably since March or April, and I'm looking forward to it. But it's supposed to be 96. So, yeah, that's really comfortable, and that's, makes it, easier to be able to kind of get out and things like that and do stuff. But when it's hot, obviously we're here in the house. I can't play with my clay when it's hot, because my hands, already have my body temperature, but the, surrounding temperature around it, I can't sit the clay down and let it, just cool down on its own because it's hot. It's hot. We don't have humidity, thankfully, but when it's monsoon season, we do. So, walking stick for hiking is a must for real hiking. Yeah, I won't be doing no real hiking, Trill. No time soon. This is fun, and it's catered to, just being able to get out and just move more, and hopefully there'll come a time where, move more turns into, maybe something more athletic. But for now, the goal is to just move more. And I think we're doing a great job. Hey, Crystal Ho. Oops. Ah, girl, stop that. How? Crystal, I was reading. Sure. Take that off and redo it. Was talking with Tina. You were talking with Tina? Amanda, how are you? Amanda, are you over there working your arms out from all the painting and decorating? That's probably awesome. She said, "Hi, Cheryl. Sure, you had that typo, and I mistakenly read it. I thought we was about to have a little fun. We all do that. One day, I was on um, my Kindle, and I don't use my Kindle that's what I use to read. Like whenever I'm doing someone's book club or something, definitely use my Kindle for it. And so I was in someone's live and I'm typing on my Kindle. Woo, boy, the autocorrect on there is horrible. I mean, it's horrible. I don't type a lot, so it doesn't know me. It doesn't know the words that I'm, liable to use. And so because of that, it was autocorrecting everything. Now I'm on my phone and my iPad a lot more, so you guys don't see as many mistakes. Oh man, I was creating a language of my own. But if I said how ho to someone in those lives, I apologize. I profusely apologize. And hopefully you guys don't hold it against me. Oh, oh my goodness. I guess I'm a hoe now. Oh, it's a typo. It's a typo. You guys see my forehead this week? Does it look better? Hmm? Look better or worse? I know. I've been coming to you guys real. I've been showing you what I'm dealing with. Anytime I'm in the sun, I got this right here, just peels. Right here, just peels. Every once in a while I do remember, like, Cheryl and Tima told me, you need to get some SPF. So every once in a while I do remember to put on some banana boat. But I forget, I forget because I'm black and it's like, and yeah, so I go out in the sun and then the next day, oh, it's okay. I knew it was a typo. You're so sweet. No, never. I saw that and corrected it with how. Girl, my 80-plus-year-old grandma has been painting her butt. What? She is my everything. Just keeps telling me to keep her busy or she is going home. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Oh, I love that. So, obviously, we're in the midst of September, and we know that there is the drills and chills, the standard Chuck Along, the Chuck Pinson diamond painting collab. Other than that, what is everybody working on? I know that a lot of people were doing the escape. A lot of people were doing the sparkle, rainbow sparkler with team up. Wait, you're black? I think so. I think so, Berta. Let's think. This right here is like, what's going on? Look at my butterfly, so cute. I haven't had butterflies on in like 3, 4 weeks. Been stitching. Well, kinda. You're stitching. Night, Tina. Love you. Um, you've been stitching also, Crystal. Did you ever start your Disney? The one that I sent you. Yeah, this looks bad, but I'll get over it. Um, I haven't. I mean, I've just been really just diamond painting. And I'll come out here, and I had almost finished my sweet nectar, and then realized I had put down the wrong colors. I had already cordoned off just some customization that I was going to do, and I was wondering, like, why don't I have enough of a certain color? And I had put down the wrong one. So I had to eat all of that gobble, 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 gobble on mounted film, gobble it up. And so then I was like, I was upset with myself. So I took off, um, the first half of August. Then I started towards the end of August. Let me get back into it because I wanted to finish this painting. I really do want to finish it. And so my goal is not to start anything else until I put a dent and finished it. And that's working for me. That's definitely working for me. I know a lot of people have multiple projects that they may work on. And I tried that. But I think what I did wrong, where I went left, where it just, blew up in my face, I had multiple of the same project. So I might have 5 diamond paintings. Oh, I don't want to do this one no more. Let's roll it up and do another one. So you're never finished when you do that. It's okay to have 5 different projects. Do a mini, house, miniature house, however, you say it. Do, crochet, do a diamond painting, do some coloring, come back around and then do, some, where you do your planners and stickers and things like that. Different projects, but not 5 all of the same kind of project. That is horrible. I should have never did that, and it is very difficult. I'm getting my mindset back, now, but it was very difficult to wrap my mind back around. Nope, don't do another diamond painting until you finish this one, because I had started one. Oh, it was cute, and then I would move on to something else. Because sometimes when you get like right in the middle of your diamond painting, you're like, I'm done. I seen online. I think it was yesterday. It might have been the day before. Sure. It might have been yesterday where someone put that they had finally finished this one diamond painting, and it was the ugliest diamond painting they felt that they had ever worked on. They were, they posted it. When I post something, it's because I'm proud of it. And so they posted it, and it was like just really, just upset with, how it turned out, and things. They weren't happy. And I'm looking at the painting like I don't see what's wrong with it. Especially if it's something that, I initially purchased because it caught my eye. So, that's how I am with my diamond paintings. Skin burns, no matter what skin. Wear sunscreen. I agree. I'm starting to get it. It just took a while. And I'm older. I'm 29 now. Pause. Let me get this lie out. I'm 29 now, and so I don't know what's going on. I can't even get it out. Uh, Sativa! I am still working on Og and Oz, the Good Witch. I need to finish before moving to. See, that's what. See, we are on the same mindset, and I'm gonna be honest. Everybody, when I pulled this painting out, so I had an order coming in from Treasure Studio Arts, and because of the supply chain warehousing, that it's in, they're in Australia, and there was a lot of delays coming, back in to, reemerging from the pandemic and things. And so my canvas that I was going to use for our Lizzie along was delayed. But I had started this one 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And I kept saying, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it. It's easy. You do a few weeks on it and things like that. Something else catches your eye. It's easy. It's so easy to move over to that. So I was determined not to do that. I finished 3 projects this year. Bakery, I finished my dreamer design, the flower that I was working on, and what is the other project? Chuck Pinson. So I finished those 3 projects, and then I started, working on this. I still had 2 other projects. These are just diamond painting. I have 2 cross stitch projects that I've been working. I haven't cross stitched since July, because I was trying to move back over to diamond painting. I need to pick a day, but again, it's hard because I had 2 cross stitch projects. So, yeah, pick one and do that one. Have multiple other projects, but I think I went down the wrong path when I started having multiple of the same craft. So I never do that with clay. I never have multiple projects with clay. I usually am focused on the project at hand, and that's probably how I'm able to complete my clay projects whenever, I have a clay project. So I got to get back into that same mindset when it comes to diamond painting. Nobody paints like you. I know you, Berta. Berta is ready. She's like, I got my canvas yesterday that I won from the Lizzie. You did? Oh, so Berta was one of our winners for the Lizzie Along. Congratulations. Now you can definitely start getting ready. You guys know coming up, wow, it's September. So it is definitely time to start thinking about the blinging in the new year with me and J Rob. It's in January. And then me and Lizzie, we're definitely going to roll into February with love is in the air. I've cross-stitch kits to try, but haven't started. Crystal says, so do a few days on each whip, then you'll get them done. That's what I'm, in the process. Well, I still have been just doing diamond painting, um, because I've been going through a ton. I told you guys about what I was going through, mentally and things like that. I think it was last week or the week before. And so I'm reemerging from that. But when I got that call, that text, that Honey Bunny was heading to the hospital, and then when Lil Man came and she sent us our pictures, I'm just like the joy that came over me. It did do something. I think everybody feels that way when they get a new, lovable, lovey baby and things like that. But it did change my mindset, a lot. Like my overall outlook. I was telling you guys where I was, kind of feeling really bad for myself. On top of feeling bad for myself, you know, um, I don't know. I just allowed myself to mentally get into a funk, and it was hard to overcome. It's hard to overcome. And so I'm trying to, hide things from my kids. I don't want them to be like, "Oh, mom, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? You okay? You okay?" And then they whisper, "Something wrong with mom. Let's get her. let's get her checked in, and I don't want that. So I try, not to show that when I am, down and things like that. But I was struggling, struggling, trying to put my smile on. Mm, um, trying to still get out and do things. So what? Crystal says, no, Cheryl, still looking and packing. I spent May finishing up ones that I started, and I ended up finishing 5. See, that's where I'm at right now. I want some finishes. Cheryl says, wow, that's a lot. Packing. Ugh. Pace yourself because that can be stressful to be sure. Tia, did you ever finish I Miss You? No, I never started. I pulled it out. I kitted it up. That was the one that we were going to do together. And in case you guys are, dang, Cheryl, this has been 3 years. No, 4, right? We got it. I got it in 2019. No, 3 years, 3 years, 2019. Um, so I got the painting. It's by Mandy Manzano, and it's the little girl that's looking out the windowsill, and she's looking up at like a moon. It just reminds me of my dad, me thinking about my dad. And so we were going to do it because we both have loved ones that we miss, you know. Um, but I pulled it out and I got it ready. I kitted it up, and I got it out. Oof, I tell you, I have a few loom projects going, but just one diamond painting at a time. I think that's a good idea, you know. And so, boy, oh boy, it was hard to really just be able to sit down. The same thing that I tell you guys about, variety in, your pens and stuff. I know you guys have heard me say, there's a lot of variety in your pens. When you see people with a large collection of pens or your diamond painting trays and things like that, just like we change our clothes every day, or maybe our hairstyle, or maybe our nail polish, the same thing can be said for, when we are crafting the canvas and things like that. And it always reminds you of just that moment in time, as well. So when I pull the canvas out, I'm looking at it, obviously I'm switching up. I'm going from a landscape into, this was more of, a memory and emotional piece and stuff. It was hard. It was hard. I'm sniffling. And yeah, I couldn't. I remember Cheryl checked them and she's like, well, maybe we could. She said, well, maybe we could do it next year. I'm like, yeah, okay, okay. Man, I go pull that out the next year. I think it was last year, 2020. I couldn't do it and stuff. I tell you guys stories about my dad all the time. I laugh and things, but at the core, sitting there looking at the canvas, guess what? It's a memory, and it reminds me of how I feel when I'm missing them and stuff. And I'm thinking about them, and I'm like, dang, pops, I wish you was here right now. I wish I could just punch you in your, I used to hit my dad in his belly. He hated it, but my dad looked like Santa, except his hair wasn't white. He was, but his hair wasn't. He was like, he just had, he had hair a lot like mine, but a lot, more Jesus like. Um, and I'll think about something and I'll be like, oh, wish he was here. I tease him and things. It's okay, Tia. It took me 3 years to finish that one, but 12 days to do the beast. Yeah, see, that's, I am there. Aww. Carissa says, sometimes the events do push me to finish something I'm not really in the mood for anymore because I want it done before a new event starts. It also pushes me to try paintings maybe I wouldn't pick. Oh, I love that. That is such great insight. And I think that that's the reason behind, the collabs. And I think that that's awesome. Like you said, we all started this journey solo and singular, and we reached out and looked and said, I wonder if there's anything diamond painting on YouTube. Let me check Instagram. Anything with diamond painting? Oh, let me check Facebook. And then we come into this community of other people. And lo and behold, we don't have to do it alone anymore. We have friends, we're developing relationships, we have family, we grow close. And so, with that said, that should be how people see the events. I like that. That is very insightful. And you're right, it does help stir, or not stir, but spur you along when you hit a lull. And yeah, it does. How many times have we seen someone post a picture that we would have never bought? Ah, no! But once it's done and we see it and that sparkle hit, like, oh, now I wish I had got that one. I wish I had. Let me go check and see if it's still available because I like how that looks. So it's because of you, Tia. I bought the Baker. I remember that at the first retreat. It was gorgeous. Had all the purple. You know how you feel about your purple. She bought this Chuck Pinson, the Majesty Mountains. That's the one. That's one of the ones that I don't have. But I remember when and they took it off. They took it off of the site after it sold out. And when you got it and you were showing, I remember saying, dang, I should have got that one. So, yep. Oh my God, that's why I can't watch unboxings. Oh, I never even kidded it up. I'm waiting on you, girlfriend. Yeah, mine is kidded. It's kidded. It's looking at me. Um, One of the things that I like about Craftably is I have gotten used to where's my containers? I have been using the heck out of their portfolio containers. If you have a canvas, obviously a lot of us have been using Harbor Freight and things, but I don't have a problem with baggies. I really don't. I think they're quick, easy. I hate kitting up. I hate kitting up, and so the more I hate kitting up, the more I appreciate baggies. But that's the one thing I like about the portfolio. You can put them in a baggie, push them down in the portfolio right along with the canvas, and boom, store it. Before I was like, how am I store these? How am I store these? So I haven't really, some of the projects that are unfinished, I have two left besides this one. And once I get those done, I'm going to do one diamond painting at a time. I'm going to have my cross stitch. I like those projects. Love cross stitch because I can sit, put my feet up on the couch and things. And obviously, it's a little bit easier for me. I've noticed it's harder to cross stitch and do the yarn crafts in the hotter months for me. I did learn that this year. Want no fabric and everything else laying on top of me when I'm already hot and sweaty and things. So at least that was a learning lesson. I'm learning it. So as I come into the fall, that's going to be something that will probably allow me to, jump back over, do a lot more of my cross stitch and kind of, get my clay out and stuff. I already started pulling out my clay because, well, this last couple of weeks I've had my air up. Like my light bill is so high from running this air. It's high. But I mean, I know it'll go back down and things like that. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's see. I need a sugar daddy for the list of ones that I want. Oh man, I was up there. There's a couple that I want. I've been on Craftably's site. They don't have nothing up there. Like are they selling everything off and waiting for new? I know that they're doing away with pre-orders. I'll have to call Amy or Michael and say, what's going on? Every time I see something up there I like and I want, it's like it's not available. So I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, I have quite a few. I know everyone is not a fan, but I enjoy their squares. And that's Dreamer Design. And I know that they do have, that pixelation and that higher resolution on their diamonds and things. But I do still enjoy, their squares and stuff. I don't find as many of their diamonds to be like with nibs and bumps and stuff like that. And you just got to know which artist to buy because not all of their artists are overly saturated in things. And once you see a painting that you like, I do have a few Curtis Reykjavik. I, I like some of his stuff. He's not my favorite artist. My favorite artist is Chuck Pinson. But I like Abraham Hunter. I like Dominic Davidson. Yeah. So obviously, I'm a fan. I do like, what's her name, Barbara Feltsky. I like her, Felisky. I have 4 or 5 of her canvases also. So it's just up to what you like. Um, I know you guys see me. Okay. Next. Oh, thank you. Nix, what's up? Oh, I'm still waiting on my pre-orders from Craftably, Angel of Dust, Justice, and Sunflowers. I'm so excited for Angel of Justice. Look at you. That would be awesome. Uh-oh. Oh, me too. Miss my love every day. I know. I know you do. I thought you started it. We were talking about where to bling on it. Yep. We were talking about where to bling because I was going to get that moon. Boom. I'm going to get the moon. Nothing much, honey. Just turned on YouTube and see you were live and went, my girl is live, and ran to turn you on. Oh, oh yep. I went live tonight, just really talking about my weekend while other people were, diamond painting and crafting and stuff. Because as you can see, I got a little sunburn and peel again. Um, it'll go away. I noticed that it does clear up fast, but it's just I've never had to deal with it this much. Berta, oh my God, I want an Angel of Justice bad. There we go. So now we'll have to see. I'm gonna have to call Amy or Michael and see, you got any hidden somewhere? Maybe we can get together and have a contest. So I'm gonna be rolling out. I was saying to everyone that I'm gonna be rolling out next month, starting in October, going back to giving my weekly giveaways. So if you guys enjoy the fun of giveaways, make sure that you guys tune in, because how Tia does her giveaways, you got to watch Tia. It just doesn't show up and oh, I got something. There will be every once in a while I'll have like a random draw, but for the most part, I do like to reward people who are there and they say, "Oh, I remember she said this," and "Oh, I remember I saw that show. She said that." And so I usually give away gift cards. There are times where I'll have gifts that I send out and things like that. But, coming back into my own self, I've gotten out of my own mental headspace. And with that said, we're going to have some fun. We're going to jump into October and we're going to make it fun. Crystal says she's fallen asleep, so she's going to bed. I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes and then it'll be the top of the hour. But I appreciate everyone. As I don't work, I buy the budget ones. And that's why you should just show up at the shows, Wendy, because guess what? You'll remember things that I ask and you'll be like, oh, I got a $25 gift card. Look at that. So usually I do give away gift cards because gift cards are easy for some of my international subscribers as well. They can use the gift card towards their purchase and things. So I do like to give gift cards. There are times where, I'll have actual gifts that I'll be, prizes that I'll be giving away as well. And unfortunately, because shipping is a lot, I'm not able to ship internationally. So that's why I do like a gift card and then maybe like a physical item as well. So you guys should stay tuned. But one of the things that I said at the top of the hour, I am a Treasure Studio Arts affiliate. So you guys can familiarize yourself by going to my link down there in my description box. Down there, down there, down there, down there, down there. And the reason behind that is because a lot of the questions that I will ask can be found on their website. So you might as well click through my link, see something, familiarize yourself. I did give you guys some examples. Like I said, besides diamond painting, how many different crafts does Treasure Studio Arts, promote? I also said what types of accessory items do they have, and how many artists does Treasure Studio Arts have? So those are going to be some fun little items that you guys will be able to kind of look up and kind of put in your wheelhouse of cheating right now. But those are questions that I've asked in the past, and hopefully, you never know when one of those questions are going to pop up. Okay? But other than that, it is the top of the hour. Tia, we have to do that. We have to do that one and bling it like crazy. I do think that will be awesome. There's my Ruby kid. Oh my gosh, I saw your little man today. Here's this funny. So you know how you keep the phone like in your boob or whatever? I don't know. I was on Instagram and I had put my phone in my boob and I was pouring, my milk. I'm so addicted. Anyway, I get the milk and I go sit down and I pull and your son was pulling his the picture that you had, and I think what happened was when I put it in my upstairs, I think my boob was kept maybe moving the screen or something, and it ended. I was like, oh, I hope my camera's not on, and sent something out to them. So I was like, wow, yeah. But he's getting so big and so handsome. How is he doing? How's school going for the boy? Obviously, I got to come to your show. I'm pretty sure you'll give me some of those nuggets and things like that. He likes movies. Good. But yeah, I did like this, and I was like, oh, okay, let me get my drink. And I come back, and I'm like, oh, I hope my camera didn't turn on or anything. He's so cute. I see his face. It looks like it's growing up a little bit. I know you don't like to hear that. But yeah. Uh, oh, yeah. He is such a cutie. So I'm glad that the boys are having a good start, hopefully, to their year. Oh, they're doing great and they loving school. Me. Oh, you love school. Yeah, how's school going? Are you still doing criminal justice? I hope so. I hope so. I was trying. My son is talking about going back to school. Tia is sending booby shots. I was like, oh my gosh. And you know how when somebody's live and you hit a button and it says, yeah, you're invited in. Oh, I had that. I was like really scared and I kept like, oh, I hope my boobs didn't get invited in anywhere. Oh, that would be horrible. Oh, oh, I mean, I love that they are gone. And yes, girl, I have 2 more classes left to grab. Oh, man, I'm so proud of you. I know you more proud of you. But I remember when you first told us you were going back to school. Congratulations. Oh, man, you're going to make me. I went back to school, but I went to insurance school. But I was proud of me. But I can't believe my mind don't remember anything. I mean, I couldn't retain nothing. I was like studying. I'm not used to having to study. I'm used to I go and I listen to the lecture. I put 2 things down and boom, when we take the test, it all comes back. I'm like, yeah, I got this. I got this. No, I had to study. Study. I'm reading, and nothing was sticking. You ever throw something at the wall and it just bounce off? That's what was happening. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I couldn't catch thoughts. I couldn't catch the theory. I was like, I'm a fail. I'm a fail. Oh, oh, you're so welcome. Nick says, please make sure to show Tia some love by leaving a thumbs up. Oh, Nick, when you sent me the request the other day, girl, I was just telling them that I had a crazy adventure. I had the dumb idea this weekend to try to not only watch 50 Shades of Grey, the movies. That blew my mind. I'm like, oh, um, I was over there learning. That stuck. Oh, when I went back to insurance school, that didn't stick. But 50 Shades of Grey, I was learning like, oh, stop. No. Oh, no. Oh, you love 50 Shades of Grey? Oh my gosh, next. Oh, you need to watch 365 days on that. Oh no, if it's anything like 50 Shades, I don't think I'll be able to do it. My girl Tima was in here a little while ago, and she said, "What's that?" You can definitely tell that she's one of my besties. She told me she's never read the books or saw the movie. That's why that's why I did it, because everyone's always talking about these movies and stuff. So, oh yeah, she was in here earlier. And I'm like, girl, she was like, what is it? What it nothing? So it was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, yeah, you missed her. You think I'm fun? Oh, thank you. Well, I learned a lot. That's all I can say. Enough for my lifetime. I'm still lying about my age. So, oh, ooh, we steamy. Yeah, yeah. I bet it was. I was like, what? This a movie? Like, what did they do on when it come on? Because you know how things come to the regular movie, and then it go to HBO, Showtime, Skinamax, Stars, and then after that it always goes to TNT, TBS, USA. So I was like, what do they do when it comes on TNT or TBS? Like, do they not have a movie? Like, you know how it takes 2 hours with commercials for a movie? Does it air in 33 minutes? Like, how do they do the movies when it's on, or do they just not put it on that? It just stays on, on premium television. uh, I can't believe that movie is on Netflix. So much stuff going on. Wow. She had a body double. It was nothing like what you seen on the movie. Did she? Oh, we're talking about 365, or I can't imagine having a body double. For I can't imagine having a body double for 50 Shades. Did she really? They are in the process of making part four. I don't think that that's something that Tia, when you enter a room, your boobs enter first. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. And my butterflies. My butterflies, I'm so flat ass that they would need a body double. Not my boobs. No. That's that's one of the reasons why 50 Shades of Grey had a body. Wow. Why? She didn't have a lot of body. I'm just saying. They just trying not to be mean. But Tia has shoulders. And boobies. Oh, 365 days on Netflix, not for Tia and Tima. Definitely not. Oh, you think she showed her? Okay, okay, that makes sense then. Because I'm like, why would she need a body double for this? Clearly, I didn't see, you know, a lot of others. I mean, it was a lot. I was doing like this. You know how you tell kids to close their eyes, and they be like, they is closed. I said they closed. I don't see nothing. Oh, it's okay. Her parents were mad. I remember when that girl was born. No, I don't. No, I don't. We the same age. I agree with Ruby Q on the boobies, but the rest was a body double. Okay. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What about him? Like, I felt like he could have had more everything. He could have been a little taller. He could have had a little more arm, candy, seeing the cuts and things like that. Definitely a little thicker. Like in the book, it said something about the way his pants hung off of him. They just looked like they weren't his pants in the movie. So Tima, Tima had never seen nor read it. Yeah, she told us she had never seen or read it, and she said, "What was it about?" Tia, you are too much. I'm laughing so hard. I'm about to pee my pants. I'm sorry. 50 Shades is not for Tima. No, don't have my sister watching that or reading it at all. Tia is angry a little bit. Uh, uh, yeah, so it was a lot. It was a lot. But that was, the weekend. And then I tried to go to California. I tried to have a nice little road trip. I was going to go up in the morning, hang out on Santa Monica Pier, have some, fresh crab and lobster. Then we was going to maybe, walk, do an adventure, and then have dinner and come back to Vegas. I think we were on the road for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I think we got 33 miles, 34 miles. I remember seeing exit one. We're in California. And I told my mom, this is as far as I'm going. We pulling over. She was like, no, no, no. It's like, mm-hmm. And she was like, well, no, mom, I'm not doing an all day adventure. And then to get out to turn around and come back. Pulled off. We went to a store, and I was like, "Let's play the lottery while we're here. We feel like we did something." It was rated R. That was rated R. Is it? That was the X-rated movie. That movie is X, right? Oh, I'm going to wait till it's back. I need a vacay. It was. It was only rated. It was rated R. There's something wrong with that. No, it's not. That can't be. Right? What? Are you serious? No, that was X-rated. Had to be X-rated. It was a lot. Usually, you got bad language for rated R. Oh, you bleep, blimp, and blimp. Ooh, you know, or you see bad things like a mom beating the hell out of her kids. Remember last week when my mom called me Satan spawn. Sure, you were the only one who had my back. Well, you were like, well, maybe she just makes you mimosas. Nope, it was rated R. I don't know what is going on in the world. That movie was rated X. It was three X's, I think. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Uh, yep. So my mom, we get to California, and she wants to go all the way. She wants to take this 6 hour drive. It would have probably taken us a lot longer. Because there was two people that we had saw as we were driving that were walking along the highway. And at one point, the first group, they caught up to us. That's how bumper to bumper traffic was. I will never do that again. I wasn't thinking. Like everybody came to Vegas for the holiday weekend, and now they all need to go home back to California. And I'm stupid I'm not going home. I'm trying to go and holiday. And the dumb part about that was I'm holidaying with everybody who's returning, and we in the traffic with them. They don't mind sitting in the traffic because it's worth it. At the end, they're home. They can relax. Whew, until the next time. But us, we still got to turn around and come back. I was like, oh man, this wasn't a good idea. What was I thinking? Like my niece, when she came over one time, we were watching her, and she goes in my mom's room. My mom spoils her because that's her granddaughter. But she goes in my mom's room and she takes the remote. Now that's fighting. You ready to fight now? I don't even do that. I don't even go in there and be like, "Give me your remote, mom." So she takes the remote and turns the channel. She lucky she was still alive, right? My mom was like, "I don't know where you think you are. You better give me my remote back, touch it again, and see what happens." I was like, "Mom, you can't do that. She's only 6." And my niece says, "Well, I run this. I run every TV where I go. I get to watch whatever I want." My mom said, "Not here. You can go home." And she was like, "What? Oh my God. I think this was a bad idea." She's 6. "I think this was a bad idea. I should have never come." So my mom tells me what she said. And I tell her, "Listen, you got to be nice to grandma. You can't talk to grandma like that at all. You got to be nice." She said, "If I'd have known grandma was going to be such a snitch." I was like, "Well, what did you think? You didn't think she was going to tell the things that you were saying?" "No. She already said something to me. She got to say something to other people." You're 6, right? I'm like really trying to reason with your ass, but you're 6. Why are we having this conversation? I had to stop talking to her. I was like, "You should go in there and apologize. Make amends. Grandma be the one making all the food. She make the cookies. She make the macaroni and cheese that you love. You better get your butt in there and start apologizing." She was shoulders off. I ain't ever coming over here again. My mother hears her. My mother said, "I don't care. So, mom, she's 6. Stop that." I gotta be careful what I say because my mom's liable to call me Maleficent or Satan's demon spawn. So have to watch what I say. Like, "Mom, she's 6. Stop." Oh my gosh. And she's 6 going on grown. Exactly. Exactly. Gotta watch what I say around her. I'll say something and she's a lot. She's a lot. Should be a mature R or something like that. No, it should be 3 X's. Cheryl, it should be 3 X's. I always get you. Yeah, you do. I don't believe that is R. Really? It's gotta be. I have to look that up. It's R. It's not R. Like it's foul language, right? Mild nudity or some violence, a lot of violence, gore, you know. Every time I hear stories like this, I'm so happy my kid is grown. Oh, I would be killing me a kid now. Oh, oh man, it's my brother. His kids, man, they gave up. Like my kids are, kind of square. I guess as a lot of people say, "I have to go. Have a great night. Oh, love you. Hugs to the boys. Tell your hubby I said hi." My kids are what most people call square. Like my brother's kids call them squares and stuff. And my kids are, they definitely are. I don't know. I always used to say we want you to be a productive member of society, and I think that they wanted that moniker. They wanted to grow and to be, really positive. My kids are the ones that tell on other kids. That's how I'll say it. Oh, and they'll look and they'll watch, and their eyes will get big, and next thing you know, somebody in a position of authority knows exactly what happened. Now you may not see them going over there to share, but somebody said something, and it's usually one of mine. Ah, just so you're aware. Shows us now just the grands, but they go home to their parents. Right? Uh, I do that. I have a friend. I try and spoil her kids. She has 2. She has two daughters, but she won't let me. She won't let me do anything. And I buy. I'm all for educational opportunities. Let's get them as much information as possible. I love to see kids reading and not babysat by a TV or something. So I'm gonna always advocate for fun educational items. Toys, games, puzzles that promote, word building and sentence structure and things. And I did that for a friend of mine, and we went bought them all kind of stuff. I think it was 50 items, and we individually wrapped them. They were identical, so we had the number one, 33, 33. This is 42, 42, so that they can open them and do the items themselves. And opening them individually, would have given them just another level of fun. And she was like, I don't know what you did that for. They'll never see it. So they haven't really seen many of them. I asked them. One of the gifts that we got them was like an herbal, terrarium where they can learn how to, grow and care for plants and things. You don't know what a kid may want to grow up and do, and they may not know that either unless they have some experience, you know, getting to know it and stuff. And so there was all fun educational items, 50 of them. That was a lot of money because she got two kids and she won't let them touch. I just seen them on the 13th of August and I said, hey, did y'all ever get through all 50? It was like, we got through the one. What? You didn't get through the other 49? So I asked her about it. She was like, it's around here somewhere. I put the stuff up. I told you not to buy it. So now I'm on punishment. I did wrong because she told me don't buy them nothing, and I did. Yes, she is another princess in the making. Give her a mimosa at 6. She is old enough. She probably would. She already used those names, so now they are used. Yep. She is so good to you. Oh, yeah. She's good to me. Oh, spoils me rotten. It is R. I can't believe this. You done blew my mind for the whole night. I know my night has been talking about this movie. I guess I never paid attention. I can't believe it. Is it R? I thought it was rated triple X. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The only part that they could show on TV is when she got bust upside the head, and knocked to the ground. That's mean, Tia. That's mean. Yeah. Thank goodness you have not watched You Be Blind. I'm already blind because I watched 50 Shades, and I'm like, dang, yeah. I started off Nick's telling them, I need to use my imagination, a little bit. Um, so, when I feel like 50 Shades, it's, doesn't leave much to the imagination. It doesn't leave much to the imagination. I can't believe that as much as they showed that it's just only R rated. I don't know how they got over it. They must have greased some pockets in Hollywood because that's, that's, I wish I had money. That's just proof that money will enable, just a little, what do they call it when you kind of lax and stuff? It'll relax, we talked about that earlier about how when men, fine, he okay, oh hell no, he better not look my way. But a little bit of money and that guy that's oh hell no, he's he ain't so bad, he alright, he okay. You have to see what happened with money. They lined somebody's pocket and they took this triple X movie and got it rated R. No. Four X's. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I won't be watching that. I will not be watching that. Oh, Well, I had a ball with you guys today. So much fun, definitely. Hopefully, you guys were able to chuckle while you were crafting. I know that I love to come to your shows, enjoy laughing and education. Not sex education, though, right? And so I really do have a good time. And I come to you guys' shows and we hang out. And like I said, you guys have really gotten me through some rough times this last couple of months. I'm coming through, the what do they call it? I'm coming through the woods. I'm in the clearing, and I'm feeling a whole lot better. But when you suffer something, that just drains your mental awareness and your psyche, it's a lot. Like it's a whole lot. So I'm feeling a lot better though. I got my smile back. I got my butterflies in. When last time y'all seen me in a butterfly? It's been a while. Cause I just would be like, feel like putting my butterflies on. My mother be talking, when you gonna put the butterflies in? You don't put, where's your glitter? Where's your stickers? You're not doing anything like you used to. And then I would say, Mom, you don't understand, I'm just not feeling it. My head is not there, and so it's a lot, and I was dealing with my job, and then this this claimant that was suing me. Um, that was a lot to deal with also, and it's a nice, thoughtful gift. I'm gonna see you in my hood soon. I'm missing my girl. I'm gonna come. Let's see, what is this week? I'm gonna try and come this week because next week is the craftathon. Did you sign up, Nix? Are you gonna do an hour? Um, yeah, next week's the craftathon. I gotta remember get my video. So I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do diamond painting. I'm gonna do a cross stitch. I'm gonna try and do something different. Definitely not gonna do a miniature, because that frustrates me. You'll hear me cussing on the camera, be like, "Cat, blame it, this, blame it. Oh wow, this electric don't work. How did I get this?" You know, like how Rachel Ray was. She came to our miniature class. She was working on her electrical, and everybody was screaming. Oh, I only seen her do that one time. I couldn't get her to come back again. Like, Rachel, you gonna come back? She was like, I don't think so. I couldn't get her to come back. I can't wait. I'm gonna ask her. You want to go to another miniatures class? That'll be so much fun. Let's try something different. She'll be like, I tried that already. uh, a nice, thoughtful gift. Aw, that is gonna be a nice, thoughtful gift. Aw, I'm telling you, I was shocked at the R rating. I'm not. I'm shocked at the R rating, but I don't know what to say about that. I signed up. However, I can't do an hour. Yep, I can't wait to see how you try and shorten it. That's gonna be fun, Nix. You'll have to hold me at the end. Yeah, well, I think Crashly's at the end. I'm kicking the craftathon off. Crashly's closing it out. Maybe you should get two slots together because I know that they're still trying to fill some slots. So that's a good idea, you know. I think that that's a really good idea. So see if there's two slots together, and then we don't have. Well, you probably still would be shortening some things, but you guys remember when Nix was on with me? I haven't gone an hour since. Remember, I have been over ever since you were on my show. I'm just going to do me and let them put me wherever they want me. That's a good idea, but we want 2 hours of you. Nix could do the entire event herself, I think. I do too, Carissa. There is a show on now that all the kids watch that I just cannot do it and watch with the kids. And I always say, watch with your kids. Uh, Too tough to watch with a kid. Oh, yeah, my kids watch that show. So I can't watch it. I exactly understand what you're saying, Cheryl. I heard my son ask my daughter about, are you watching Euphoria? And she was like, yeah, it's good. Something about, can you believe he's on drugs or something? I was like, oh, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. I may root for the wrong person to set the wrong example. Oh, he could come back. He could overcome. You could win. You could win. And so, but I don't want to teach my kids that, because then they'll think it's all right to maybe fall off the beaten path, because mom believes that he could overcome, he could win. So when I fell off the beaten path, where was all of that cheering and rooting then? It's different when it's yours. It's different when it's yours. So that's why I can't watch those kind of shows and stuff with them, because I've even rooted for somebody and then my kids be like, oh, I'm gonna try it because mommy thought it was okay when, XY Factor on TV did it. Does that make sense? Am I weird? Am I just being weird? So glad your brother is doing better. Ooh, girl, he doing so good. He pissed me off. I hung up on him the other day. Yes, I did. I'm so mad at him. Now, I think it's my fault. I think it's my fault, but I'm still mad. So when my brother was sick, anytime he called, go running. He called me at 3:33 in the morning, and I may have to go work at 4. I still jump up and go and run, whatever he wants. But like I said, he's he's getting better, and we needed to put life into perspective, right? You're not dying. You have diabetes. And I know so many people who have it, who are overcoming it. And you have some great information. Your numbers look great. Now it's time to maintain and manage, right? So he calls me the other night, Friday night, 11 something at night. I was asleep. I didn't get the message. When I got up the next morning, I saw that he called. I called him right back. He needed to be run somewhere. I'm like, okay, let me get in the shower. On my way. I go to his house to get him. He says, oh, I messed up. They're not open. Okay. Okay. I I'll just have to go. He had to return some sort of monitor or something that they had. They need to pull his readings and things. And he was late, past due. He had the date wrong when he thought it had to go back. So they need to have these readings for when he does have his regular appointment, to be able to go over that and to be able to assess it. So he calls me, um, was it Monday night, because he wants me to stop and drop whatever I have for Tuesday. And I'm like, yeah, no, I gotta work. I'll see what I can do closer to lunchtime, but I don't want to, tie myself into anything. A lot of times I just take lunch when I get a reprieve and things. He is like, oh my gosh, you saying you was gonna be there for me. You you said that if I need anything, see, that's why I don't like. He's giving me all kinds of backlash. Keep in mind, this is the first time since he was sick that I said, I may not be able. All I said was I may not be able to do it. First thing, I may have to, see what my day is looking like and things like that. I'm not, callous or anything, but I work. I got stuff I got to do also. And I was so mad. I was like, you know what? Every time you call me, I've been there. I pay for your medicine. I pay for everything. Everything comes through me. I make sure that you're not a burden on your household. I took that on. You asked me to do one thing, and I didn't even say no. I said, let me see what my day look like. But because I'm not dropping everything and just running, you going off on me? He was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. But he's still not, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess I didn't see it like that. He didn't say any of that. So I was like, I'm in so shock. And I hung up on him. Haven't talked to him in 2 days. This is the longest break I've had. Maybe that's the other reason why, I'm coming through in my mental. Oh, oh, so glad. Yeah. Isn't the craftathon on the 17th? It is, I think, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. It starts Friday evening at 5 p.m. I know, because that's my time slot, Eastern time. And then it ends Sunday, I think, 7, which would be 8 Eastern. Yeah. So, yep. Was with Rachel today. She's building her Twitch following. Is she? I gotta call her. I miss her. My mom was asking about her. So every Saturday in 2019 and 2020, um, we used to hang out on Zoom, have a good time, laughing and stuff. Her and her dog just cracking up, crafting and things like that. And then, obviously, people got away from that, or they, missed a couple of weeks, and, we might continue on without someone and stuff. And my mom would always be there, in the background or with her camera or something. And, she got to hear everyone's stories and stuff. And like she knows Cheryl as the person who, was trying to get her to start her own cooking channel. And she remembers like how she interacted with people, and she always asked. She was just asking about Rachel. Like I miss her, hearing her stories, seeing her beautiful, Irish background and the pictures and stuff. I miss her too. uh, Krista said, "Will there be a post telling us who to watch when for that event?" So my show next week, you'll probably have a link to the entire playlist down in my description box. Again, my channel is going to go first and kick off the event, and then if you get the playlist, it'll automatically move you to the next person in the playlist. So usually that's how it works. The only thing is like when there's people in the middle, that like spots in the middle that don't go, sometimes that causes the playlist links to kind of click. Maybe we'll have them put in something from previous events and things. I did one for Diamond Art Clubs, I believe, and I was supporting shelters, homeless shelters for women and children, for domestic abuse, mental health issues and things like that. And I kicked off mine with a poem that I wrote, and it was very impactful. So many people reached out and things. Now, I didn't represent one specific homeless shelter. It would be very easy to say, hey, come and help support the Las Vegas women. They call ours, what is it? Shade tree. Come and support our shade tree. No, I represented in general for the homeless shelters in all of the towns. There's got to be one near you. Reach out, make sure you look. And then I gave some national information also. That would be something that would be ideal to maybe put in those spots, fillers. I did charity for St. Jude one year for the craftathon. We called them DP-a-thons then. But this year it's going to be a craftathon, and we're going to focus on all crafts so that everyone may see something else that they like and enjoy that. So, yeah, no joke. They're going to have to put me at the end. There is no way I'm only going to be able to do an hour. I don't even get hellos done. Oh, balance, but tough. Love. This is very difficult. Yep. Yep, it is. It is. It is very tough. It's been a crazy year. Love him to death. I love him to death. But I just felt like after all that, I've done, just for people who are in and don't know, I would run whenever, trying to help save his job and things like that. My brother had some warning signs and didn't heed the warning. And because of that, kind of frustrated his woman. She felt like, now you putting all this on me. You didn't heed the warnings. You didn't take any of the medicines that you were supposed to. And now I don't have, I'm saddled with having to take care of you. Um, and I didn't want her to feel like that. I didn't want that to happen. So I jumped in and tried to bear any type of burden that I could, to keep it from falling on her. I didn't want it to impact their household budget, nothing, you know. And I was shocked when he was like, "You can't come and get me and take me." And I'm like, where is this coming from? I'm shocked. I'm still shocked. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to wait until he calls me, because that I feel like, I didn't do nothing wrong unless somebody tells me I did, because I'm usually very understanding, like, oh, okay, well, I see where I could have done, something different, or I could have, I don't see that in this case. But am I being stubborn? Well, I don't know. Hope not. Haha. Yeah, Nyx has her own craftathon every. Oh, yes, she does. Well, with that said, it has been 2 hours. I have definitely fashioned myself after my love, my mix. So it's been fun though, hanging out with you guys, chit chatting and things. Hopefully, everybody got a few chuckles tonight. I had a great time laughing and things. Hope nobody, missed a couple. I know that I did that about a month and a half ago. I missed a whole color. I had to pull all of that up. So hopefully, you guys didn't chuckle too much and miss a pattern or a symbol or a color. You guys all have a good night. Thank you so much for supporting me. Make sure you guys stay tuned and come on back. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and come back and enjoy me a little bit more. You guys have a great evening. Bye.